Senator West, you focus on at-risk youth, and Senator Miles, you focus on second chances. What are some of the advancements that are being made in these areas, and what are some of the things you and your colleagues have in the works?
Well, there is a bill that was passed last year called the Community Safety Education Act, Senate Bill 30. And it was in response to a lot of the shootings that where police shot African-American males doing traffic stops. And so recognizing that you have got to come up with a solution that's a balanced solution, we put in place this bill. And this bill took effect September 1 of 2018. It's a common sense approach and frankly got a unanimous vote in the Senate. And what it does is this. It establishes what are the behavioral expectations of citizens and police officers, and what are the rights of citizens when they're stopped by police officers. And so we sit down, made certain that we came up with a list of all of those things, and we put it in a place. How many of you have driver's license? We put it in the driver's license manual. So you're going to have those persons that are trying to get their driver's license, they're going to have to study that, because there will be a test from that particular section on the test. We also took it and we put it in the school system, where between grades 9 and 12, students will have to know what those things are, be tested on what they are, and it has to show on their transcript that they've taken a course in what are the expectations. Police officers and police academies, the same thing. Driver's license courses have to do the same thing. And what was the purpose? The purpose was to put it every place where we needed to put it, to make certain that people understood as best possible what their rights are and what their behavioral expectations are. And again, we put it in September 1. We will never know the full impact of it, because it's just like a lighthouse, so to speak. You know, you don't know how many lighthouses there to make sure ships don't crash. And so we're putting this in with the hope that we can reduce the number of incidents where we have fatalities or other injuries of citizens when being stopped by police officers. Makes sense to me. Secondly, we have done a lot of work in terms of putting dash cameras and also body cameras. That's a lot of work that I've done over the years in terms of that. And you know what the impact of the body cameras have been. We now see a third eye, if you will, in terms of what could have happened or what did happen or a part of what happened during an incident or a relationship between a police officer and citizen. This is what's happened. In Dallas, we had a police officer shoot and kill a 14-year-old kid, African-American kid, driving away from a party. That police officer was indicted for murder and convicted of murder based in large part on what the jurors saw from that body camera. Let me turn the flip it over. We've also seen a reduction in the number of complaints against police officers as a result, in great part, of that body camera. But there's still work to be done in terms of making certain that citizens, families, and lawyers of victims get an opportunity to see the body camera footage. And there's some other things that we need to do with it, but there's still work to be done on that basis, and hopefully we will see a better response of police officers and citizens during interactions.
You know, Royce, you're very modest because you keep saying we filed SB 30, you filed SB 30.
But we passed it.
We passed it, yeah. Okay, you're right, Rashonda. Second chances are very important to me because we all deserve a second chance, including myself. I exist here because I was given a second chance. And if y'all go back in y'all's memory, you are doing what you're doing because somebody gave you a second chance. So yeah, I filed a stack of bills, a lot of bills last session on second chance offenders, giving second chance offenders. And I filed a lot this session. One of them is the comprehensive second chance bill to cut time and seal the records for nonviolent offenders. So I want you to think about it. Some of the things that we did when we were growing up in school, the kids today, they do it, they're in the criminal justice system. And we need to help to seal their records so that they can become productive citizens. I see you, Reverend Nash, out there. I know you do a lot in Sunnyside with second chance offenders. Every time I file one of these bills, I think about the programs that you got out there in Sunnyside. It's important for us to understand that the young kids are our future, and if they're all the kids that look like you and I are locked up, what is that going to say about society? Who's going to lead our people? So yes, second chance offenders programs are a lot, something that's really important to me because I grew up in Sunnyside and Jack Yates. I know some of the things I did as a kid, and I'm glad I was given a second chance so I can be your senator today.